Hey guys, PitMarthroy here. I just wanted to make a quick disclaimer on this video. Despite me running around with like a chicken with my head cut off in this episode, I actually did know where I was going with everything and I wasn't missing anything. So I'm just going to tack on a couple of notes before we get started with the video. Number one, when entering this hideout, you will get jumped by the Cypher peons. Expect to see them. But other than that, if you've collected all the Shadow Pokemon thus far, you will not need to fight any of them for their Shadow Pokemon. And you will not need to fight any of the roaming trainers aside from the ones that I've shown in the video for any of their Shadow Pokemon. If you are missing a Shadow Pokemon, you can find them within this area more than likely with the guide I'll put up later. If you can't find one, they're probably in here. But if you've gotten them all this far, the random trainers that are walking around, there is no need to fight them as they will not have a Shadow Pokemon, so there's no reason to go after them and, you know, waste your potions after the battle and waste your power points during the battle. So please don't bother actually dealing with that. Also, secondly, I did try to figure out what the other path was, and that actually led to a dead end. It will not later on, as you guys will see probably in this video, maybe the second one. I'm not sure how long this video was, because it's been a while since I recorded it. But the Cypher admin boss, or not the Cypher admin boss, the Snag'em boss, Gonzap, will not be in that room the first time. He will be back there later. I thought he was in there the first time. It turns out he wasn't. We had to require more of the after-game story, but he will be there, so don't expect to see him there the first time. Last thing I want to mention before we get started on this is also that I have started college. This is the first week of freshman year, and even though Labor Day is coming up, I'll probably have some time to maybe do a little bit of recording and also get stuff set to upload then. After that, it may be probably not as often when it comes to the videos, probably with just one or two a week. So, with that being said and out of the way, go ahead and enjoy the video. Hey guys, what's up? PitMarthroy here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Colosseum. In the last episode, we finished up basically story mode and went through a few other small details. And now I've arrived at Team Snag'em's hideout, which I did not mean to exit out of. Now, as I was saying, we have arrived in Team Snag'em's hideout, and we will be entering the dreaded lair. Now, I'm actually doing this post-commentary, believe it or not. What a surprise. However, it's actually probably better that I did that because I cut in quite a bit of spots. And I've got this little disclaimer right here. Once again, peons that drop from the ceiling and people walking around the hideout will not have Shadow Pokemon if you've caught everything thus far. So if you're like me and you haven't missed anything, I mean, I missed the Metagross, but I went back for it because it was in the same spot. If you have not missed any of the Shadow Pokemon, then there's no need to fight any trainers aside from specific ones that I'll show or ones that drop from the ceiling, aka a forced battle. So this place is a little bit of a maze. Fortunately, it's not too bad. You start off by obviously going to the left. There's an item up there. I believe it was an elixir or something that degree. Everything in here is going to be at least a decent item. So they're all going to be generally stuff that'll increase your power points, give you power points, things like that. But anyway, what I put right here for a disclaimer says he doesn't remember the trainer switch positions after you fight them. What that means is the guide on what these trainers are going to have is not going to be that helpful. I mean, here's Scrub right here, so he's going to have like his Wobbuffet. Basically, this is going to be the same trainers that you would have fought in prior points in the game. The only difference is they're going to be higher leveled, and thus their Pokemon might be evolved if the Pokemon can evolve. Because originally Scrub had a Wynot. I do remember he had a Wobbuffet in there. This was me just showing off the email that I got earlier. This will tell you the Shadow whatever Pokemon you're going for at this point in time. The name of the trainer, which would be Verde, Rosso, or Bluno, depending on which one you chose. The one that we're going for right now is Verde, so it will be whichever one that you have the, whichever one your starter is strong against. And we have more names for List: Tyranitar, Mischievous, Slugmas, Miracle, Absol, and Heracross. At this point, after this video, I believe we only have 3 more to collect. No, we have 4 more to collect, I'm pretty sure, after this video. But I do know where they all are. And that was the main reason I cut around, because I was expecting to find something in here that I never did find because it wasn't here. I'd already caught it, and I was just being really stupid. You can kind of see where the cut points are. There's one right there. But you can at least follow the little area, grab an elixir right here. Now, there's 2 things that we're going for in this hideout. One of them is not here right now, and that is the boss battle against the original Snag'em leader, which is Gonzap, I believe his name is. He is not in the hideout right now. He will actually show up later in the post-game stuff. We're going to come back here next video, and he will be here. But he is not here at the start right here. There's 2 max revives down here. But anyway, he is not there at this current point in time. So we're going for the other thing that's in here first, and that is the whichever trainer you're looking for, Verde, Rosso, or Bluno. They are here right now. The Snag'em admin, once again, is not here right now. He will be here very shortly, but right now he's not here, so don't bother looking for him. There are two different paths. One will take you to him, or at least his office area at this point in time, and the other one is where we'll find Bluno, Rosso, or Verde, depending on which one you chose. Now, I actually showed that you can talk to these guys and fight them if you want, like if you're looking for experience or whatever. But, as I've already said multiple times, since all the Shadow Pokemon in this area have been caught, minus, obviously, Verde's in this case, and the two that will show up later, which I'll go over that next video, there won't be any Shadow Pokemon in here aside from those, unless you didn't catch them all. So there's no reason to worry about any of these guys interacting with you unless you talk to them. They will not battle you. And they will not have any Shadow Pokemon unless you did not catch one at some point in the game. So there's some Max Ethers right there. Once again, you can find very good items in here. So expect to see quite a bit of them. I believe there's at least one or two others, and there's also some other stuff that we'll get once we beat the Snag'em leader. So going down the stairs, we have another one of these trainers. I skipped that because I was deciding if I should fight him or not. And there's actually something else you can obtain right here, and it looks like you can't, but these Pokeballs on the ground, you can actually pick up. And they are 5 Ultra Balls, even though they're very clearly Pokeballs in the sprites. You know, what are you going to do? Either way, they are perfectly usable, so feel free to pick them up, especially since the trainer that we are looking for is actually right in this quarter right here. Once again, he will not encounter you by, like seeing you and walking over. It will be when you talk to him. So you can change, set your team up however you want, and then that's when you can talk to him and he will battle you. So Verde will come with 4 Pokemon, as will all of the Cyber Peons that you've not fought this far. They'll come with their Shadow, Bayleaf, Croconaw, or Quilava at level 30, and they'll come with a Muk, a Grumpig, and the last one I believe is a Sharpedo. Keep in mind that their Shadow Pokemon will almost always, not always, but almost always it will come out first. I believe they came out first in this one and also the fight with Bluno. And they're only level 30, so you do not have to hit them that hard to, get a pretty good amount of damage on them. What I ended up doing was I used Swift on Bayleaf twice. Later on it used Synthesis to heal itself, because remember Bayleaf can do that. And so whenever it comes to doing that, Swift should, it'll do roughly about the damage Bayleaf has right now. And since it is only level 30, you shouldn't have to worry about it too much. I don't remember why I put this in, but I did keep it in for whatever reason. I don't know why I kept this in, but either way, this might be just me showing off how much damage Swift was supposed to do. I'm not sure. My editing is weird, but regardless, they still do have Shadow Rush. They won't take a lot of damage from it, but keep in mind that they will still have it just like any other Shadow Pokemon. So you shouldn't have to hit them with anything hard. The reason that I've been keeping Swift is for this, trying to catch Bayleaf here, and the Croconaw, and also the last Shadow Pokemon's only at level 20. That's why I've been keeping Swift. Yeah, here we go. This is roughly how much damage it will do each time. If you have an SP on it around this level, I'm not sure how much it would be for Quilava. I believe his special attack is higher at this point. I don't know. I would have to go look at the stats for both of them. But either way, Swift will be plenty. If you want to use a different attack, use one that's not very effective. And definitely don't use any super effective hits, because that will more than likely kill them. So, no fire attacks against Bayleaf, no electric attacks against Croconaw. You guys already know that. You really don't have to get the Shadow Pokemon you're going for at a really low health bar. Bayleaf's pretty low right now, but the strange thing is I got Croconaw, which we'll see later. I got him at about half health, and I actually did something I don't normally do when catching a Shadow Pokemon, and that was actually caught Croconaw halfway through the fight. I didn't, make sure he was the only one left on the field before going after him. I actually got him early. And there's Bayleaf using Synthesis to heal itself. I think that might have been when I kept it in as well, because Croconaw and Quilava don't have moves that can heal themselves, at least, not when you'll find them. Bayleaf does have Synthesis, so keep in mind that it can heal itself. And that can be, a two-way thing. It can be good, now I don't have to worry about accidentally killing it as easily, and also you're going to have to lower its HP again to, get the desired amount for trying to make a snag. And you may be able to hear, by the way, in the background just a little bit of music. I'm actually playing this on Media Player. Yeah, I know, it was the first. popped up. So I'm actually watching this on Media Player and commentating over it. I know, I'm such a poor Let's Player. Hooray! So proud of myself right now. But either way, they will always have 4. It doesn't matter which one of these guys you're going to fight. I believe their teams are the same, minus their Shadow Pokemon. Other than that, I'm pretty sure their teams are the exact same. Maybe not move-wise for the Pokemon, but I'm positive from fighting Bluno that he had the exact same team. At the very least, he had a Muck and a Grumpig. Not sure about the Sharpedo, but I'm pretty sure he had a Sharpedo as well. But either way, these guys shouldn't be incredibly difficult. Their other Pokemon are going to be around level 55-ish, which you may be under-leveled for that, but he's only got 4. He doesn't have 6 or anything like that. So you should have more than enough to be able to, hit the Shadow with the status effect and then, slowly whittle it down. That's not right. How can my Bailiff be defeated? Well, it wasn't really defeated per se. It was captured. If it had been defeated, it would have lost all of its health. Enjoy snagging my Shadow Bailiff while you can. There are still more Shadow Pokemon trainers out there. Actually, not really. There's only a couple left. There's 48 Shadow Pokemon in the game. I believe that was number 43 or 44. No, that was 43. Because after this video, we're going to have an Ursaring, a Smeargle, a Shuckle, and a Togetic. And I think that's all of them. And, of course, we're also going to get the Crocodile, but we're going to get that this video. So for now, there's nothing to do in Snag 'em Hideout. I actually skipped this part right here. But at some point, you'll get an email, and it'll usually just be when you're walking around or you go to a new area. And you'll get it from the Kid Network, which is in the Under, and he'll say, I've been seeing somebody suspicious around in the Under. Come and talk to me for more news. And so that's why I actually came over here. I'm not sure if I cut out the part talking to him or not. But I will say right now, since we're waiting for me to quit being stupid, that once you beat the trainer, you don't need to go back and talk to him again. You only have to talk to him the first time, and even then, I'm not entirely sure you need to do that. You may just have to fight the trainer. But fortunately, the trainer is very, very easy, as you will soon see, because he only has 2 Pokemon, and they're the same Pokemon, so yeah. We'll also be picking up that item that you can see over there on the left very shortly in the next video. So we're going to go over here and talk to Net, I believe his name is. He's the one that you talk to that's always on this computer down here. You usually don't have to talk to him too often, but we've already met him in the story before, so let's go ahead and see what he is doing as soon as I adjust my team for no reason. This appears to be Net's PC. I think there's been a sneaky train in the... You don't say! Anyway, there's a guy in front of the junk shop named Gurks. Apparently he saw a Shadow Pokemon in battle. Quickest way to find out is to ask Gurks himself. Now, if you don't remember where the junk shop is, I don't blame you, because we were only there for like 5 seconds in the story, and there's no other point to it in the story after you get there. So to get to there, you will go up through this little hotel, you'll go up the staircase, and around through here, and the junk shop is directly on the other side. Now, before you fight this guy, like I said, he has only 2 Pokemon, and they're the same Pokemon, and it is a Wailord, which is a water type. So, that's needless to say why I'm not putting my Typhlosion in this fight, and why I have Ampharos in this fight. Reason that I switched over to Umbreon was just to inflict a confusion effect, which did work. How about we battle first? If you want, I'll happily tell you. Now, I did keep this battle in, but that's only because it was ridiculously easy. For obvious reasons, he only has 2 Pokemon and the same thing. I'm pretty sure the only difference between these 2 Pokemon is the gender. Maybe like it's technically its HP and all the things like that. But same Pokemon, and I think for the most part its moveset is the same or nearly the same. And after all that you've been through in the story mode, this should not give you any trouble at all. Like, at all. And I'm going to ignore that Skype notification right there. I'm on a way, but of course it still makes the noise. But either way, if you have an electric type like Ampharos, like I do, Thunderbolt will take it out in 1 hit. So, first turn I took out one of the Wailord and confused the other one. Because I figured, Umbreon probably wouldn't be able to take out a Wailord since they have a mass amount of HP. So I just confused it and let it, damage itself. And then, of course, next turn you can just do whatever you like to Wailord and kill him. That sounded very, very disturbing. You can use whatever attack you would like on Wailord to defeat him. Otherwise, that sounds a lot creepier, I'm sure. So yeah, the only thing that's somewhat, something you'd have to worry about with the Wailord is the fact that it has a lot of HP. That's about it. Also, how its tongue sticks out whenever it releases like teeth. That's creepy, man. Stop it. They do drop a decent amount of experience, I suppose, for beating them, so... Roar! Nothing worked at all. Yay, money. So once you beat him, he'll say, I promised I'd tell you about the Shadow Pokemon. The trainer was this guy named, and in this case, it's going to be the last of the 3 that we saw originally in Mayor Finnack's house. Or the Mayor of Finnack City's house. So this one will be the one that you your starter is weak to. So in my case, it's going to be the Croconaw. If you chose Bayleaf, it's going to be Quilava, and if you chose Croconaw, it will be Bayleaf. And that is, of course, the last of that triangle of the first evolution of, you know, the Totodile, Cyndaquil, Chikorita line. So where do we find that? We actually find that, believe it or not, in the Shadow Pokemon Lab. Now this one you're going to be thankful I cut out, because I knew exactly where I was going here. Problem with this is all the trainers respawn once again, and it's really annoying. So in the email, it will actually tell you, it appears as if the criminals are appearing in the Shadow Pokemon Lab. There's more. People have seen a guy, you know, in a shady, whatever color outfit with a Shadow Croconaw, Bayleaf, or Quilava. And so once again, we're going to go in here. Now I'm still going to show the path in case you didn't know, but it's going to be right where Ein was if you want to skip ahead, but it's only going to take me a couple minutes since I edited everything out. Point is, all the trainers will respawn. The scientists will not be there. However, the Cypher peons that drop from the ceiling, they are still going to be here. And you can't go to the right and take like the shortcut path because it only opens from one way. So that means there's no way around fighting them, which kind of sucks. So take a few potions and whatnot in there, you know, whatever you think you're going to need for a couple fights. I'll see how many there are here. I know there's at least 3. But there's one right there. There'll be another one right here. And this is just like the Snag'em hideout enemies that I talked about. They're going to have the exact same things. You could find their Shadow Pokemon if they had any left. I already took all their Shadows, so they don't have them. But their standard teams are just going to be higher leveled and maybe evolved. You know, if the Pokemon can evolve, it might be evolved. There's the third one right there. There's me going the wrong way, like an idiot. So we go back up, and here's number 4 of the kids next door, I wish. Even though number 5 is much better than he is. Number 4 is still pretty awesome. But don't worry, number 5's here too. She is at the end of this hallway, and this is if you remember where the scientists pulled that stupid lever and it made the annoying noise for the rest of the area. Fortunately, the alarm is no longer on, but either way, the 5th one is here. So there's 5 of them to fight. And just like Ein, unlike Verde, or, you know, the one that you fought in Snag'em Hideout, this guy will actually run towards you once you go past that point right there. I did not realize that, so I had not healed during the fight. However, it does happen in this case, because he's looking for data on Ein's computer. So, just make a mental note of that if you need to heal before this fight, make sure you don't walk down where I did like an idiot. I didn't think he would. I figured he'd just be walking around kind of like Verde was, but no, he was actually doing something. Oh well. And it appears I was right, because he does have the same set of 3. I know he has a buck. I'm not sure if he has a Sharpedo. I guess we're going to find out. Kind of weird for him to have 2 waters, but whatever. But yeah, it was kind of strange, because you'll see the capture before I finished the fight. It was kind of weird for me to do that, but it was convenient. Yeah, there's his buck right there. And there was me catching Croconaw. You can see it's about at half health, a little bit less. And you notice for both the Bayleaf and the Croconaw, I actually used the Great Ball. You don't have to get fancy and waste an Ultra Ball. If you're really having trouble, you can, but I didn't bother because I was like, well, they're only level 30. So it's going to be fairly easy. And he's not. He has a camera instead of Sharpedo. And he may just have, like, you know, something that's kind of opposing his Shadow Pokemon's type, because Bayleaf was Grass type and he had, you know, a Water. The one we just fought had a Water, so he had a Fire. Maybe, I don't really know. Either way, Camerupt can be very easily taken out. I finished that fight with an Earthquake to kill both Camerupt and Muck, because it destroyed them very easily. And that is all we need from the Shadow Pokemon Lab area, if I recall correctly. That red light right there is not the alarm going off, by the way. My Altaria got poisoned in that fight, and I figured it'd be easier to just go somewhere and heal. Because I didn't want to waste the forest door. I know, I'm such a jerk to my Pokemon. Normally I wouldn't do that if I was an actual trainer, but I'm not. I wish I was, but I'm not. I'm not. And we have another email. Who is this from? Receive photo? Oh, okay. So this is also talking about how your P-Day can receive photos. So he takes one of a Shroomish. You know, that's just inside that Kid Network area, but I don't know why he took a picture of that. It was kind of weird. But it's letting you know you can receive photos as well. So the next thing we're going to be doing, I didn't do anything else. This is actually, for the most part, the end of the video, but I'm going to go over a few other things, too, while we're here. I'm just going back to Fennec City Heal, but I got about 2 minutes to go over my quick announcements. I know I had some right at the start, and apparently we have another letter, so I'm going to stop before I keep doing that, going to the wrong stupid thing. And there we go. Big snag machine, bit from the under. So it says there's this freaky rumor going around the Snag'em holdouts fixed a big snag machine. Do you think it's true? Basically, that's your cue to go back to Snag'em hideout. But that's actually the end for this video. Now, as I was going to say, I know it took me a long time to edit this video. I apologize for that. But at the same time, I just got through, like, roughly 3 hours ago, I guess. Roughly 3 hours ago. I got done with my first week of college, and I didn't know how, you know, easy or difficult it was going to be exactly, because, you know, you never really know for sure. But regardless, since school started up / college has started back up, I'm probably only going to have 2 videos a week, maybe only 1, and yeah, we only have 4 left because there's 48 to snag, we have 44. So you're probably not going to see a ridiculous amount of stuff. I'm going to try to upload probably twice a week. Yeah, I would say probably no more than twice a week. I am going to upload this weekend, and I am going to upload on Labor Day, maybe. So like this week I'm going to try to get a couple videos at least recorded in advance, if nothing else, so I can just put them up, because especially for Colosseum, it does take me a little while to edit them. And so that's why this one has taken a lot longer. Mario Party 9 may... Well, it won't really get in the way of Colosseum, but Mario Party 9 doesn't take as long to edit because for the most part, it's just a direct transfer and combining audio and video. With this one, you have to cut, and that's just really ridiculous to have to do sometimes. So if I'm really lagging behind, what I might do is not have a Colosseum video in between Mario Party 9 boards and just go straight to there, but that's only if it gets like really bad. Either way, I hope you guys have enjoyed your back to schoolness. Yeah, I'm sure you have. And I will see you guys in the next one. Later.